Hello, once again. It is time to take a look at what's happening on the markets in this St. Patty's Day. Maybe a little bit of green, not only on the screen, but a little bit of green when we look at this weather opportunity. I'm Susan Littlefield here on the Rural Radio Network, and joining me today is Shawn Hackett. Shawn is with Hackett Financial Advisors, and weather starts to warm up. We start thinking spring field work and spring opportunities, but it sounds like this weather might take a hold on the markets a little bit.
Yeah, we really think we're setting up for a fall, spring, like warm weather now. Everyone getting excited, but we think we're going to get a very cold, wintry spring planting season with late spring frost risks, which of course can disrupt winter wheat coming out of post-dormancy and obviously impact the pace with which corn acres can get planted and how late they get planted and replantings and all those sort of things that tend to hurt yield. So we think we're setting up for a very unfavorable spring planting season that could create some cash selling opportunities if we get rallies like we had last year when Russia-Ukraine also had a major frost, if you remember it back in May.
Well, and this just comes on the heels of watching weather in other parts of the country, winter wheat issues happening in Russia, and of course, the acreage wars, too, that are being talked about here in the States between corn and beans.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a planning intentions report coming up here in a couple of weeks. A lot of people are obviously, I think, expecting more corn acres, less soybean acres. We'll have to see exactly what the government says, but I do believe with the weather is not going to allow all those corn acres to get planted. And so we could have one of those situations where you get a setback in the corn market, and then it has to recalibrate what actually gets planted when we get to the end of the spring.
All right, lots of factors that we're going to take a look at. I can't wait for us to dive more into it later this afternoon. And I'm liking your sunshine there, and we'll get a little bit for it today. So stick around, folks. If you happen to want to know more details about what's going on in the weather, the markets, and how this is all going to be related going forward, tune in to this afternoon's Channel Final Bell. And if you happen to miss the live broadcast, pick it up as a podcast located at ruralradionetwork.com. I'm Susan Littlefield for the Rural Radio Network.